everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Real Rap Podcast, number 10. This is JP Bonilla with very messy hair today, and this is my co host, Javi.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in. 10th episode.
Yeah, 10
Milestone.
episodes,
Big
10
milestone.
weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, 11 weeks because I had to miss one, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah, 10 weeks of podcast, and this is amazing. It's been really fun doing it. And
It's been a blast. And we thank you guys so much for joining us on this journey here. We're continuing to grow, which we love.
Yeah.
We love all the support. And then we also released 2 reviews earlier. We released The Killer today. And then yesterday we did the Hunger Games song, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I had
the
a lot
title,
of trouble saying that.
I know, yeah, because it's just like such a long title. And such a long
I get
title.
that. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
It's such a long title.
So long.
Yeah.
Oh man. I was editing it and I'm like, oh geez, this is hard for you to say.
Yeah, because I kept on.
I don't blame you. It's tough. I don't know. I was like slipping it up and everything when I was saying the name.
It's like a tongue twister almost, like songbirds and snake. Like
you were like songbirds and snakes.
Yeah,
and I'm like, yeah, dude, like this is a tongue twister. So 10 episodes and more to come.
Thank you.
It is time for some news, like always, entertainment news to be exact. So let's start off with the box office over Thanksgiving break. Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, by the way. Just want to say that first. But yeah, let's get on with it. So entertainment news to kick off the box office. Napoleon kicks Wish's ass to put it in shorter terms. As of writing, Napoleon has 80.5 million at the box office, which is crazy. A lot of people didn't expect that.
Yeah,
but
not bad for a history film.
Congrats to them. Shout out Ridley Scott, Joaquin Phoenix, everyone in that movie. They worked hard. I haven't gotten to see it yet, but I am looking forward to it. It's gonna get some good reviews, and
I definitely want to see it. It looks like a movie that definitely needs to be witnessed at the movie theaters.
Yes.
And they've been really crushing it too. Side note, like they've been crushing with a lot of historical movies this year. I mean, Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Napoleon. So 2023 has been the year of putting out the history, I guess, in films.
I love it. And I'm here for it because
absolutely.
And then there was also Taylor Swift's that's not a history thing, but there's Taylor Swift's Sing, and I say that because I feel like these movies, those 3 movies have been built more up as events more than movies. Like,
that's true. Yes,
it is actually really cool to see because the thing is, like, other movies are like, oh, they're just, they're there. But with, movies like Oppenheimer, even Barbie, Across the Spider-Verse. Like those movies were built up as huge events. So I got to shout out to, Sony and Warner Bros. They've done a great job with marketing and everything. But you know who hasn't done that well with marketing? And I'm just gonna say it's Disney.
Disney, they've been slipping a little bit this year, especially with the Marvels and now with Wish.
Oh, it goes way back. It starts even with Quantumania.
Oh yeah, Quantumania, back in February. Wow.
Yeah, and then you have Haunted Mansion. Like there have been a lot of flops with Disney as of late, and this is counting also 20th Century Studios too.
Yeah.
Like they have been flopped. Like the creator flopped. Even though I like the movie, it flopped. Like Disney has just been bombing all over the place.
Wait, which movie that you enjoyed?
The Creator.
Oh, The Creator. Oh, yes, The Creator was. The Creator wasn't bad.
Yeah, and like, whew.
I know. Yeah, it's tough because it's good that you brought that point because
Indiana Jones too. I forgot to say that too.
I know, and Indiana Jones. I was in a way, I was kind of shocked.
Yeah,
because Indiana Jones is big. It's legendary. People grew up with it. It's been around since the early 80s, and I thought it would do a lot bigger than what it performed that opening weekend at the box office. I'm surprised because it came out at the end of June. By then kids are out of school. So I was actually really surprised by Indiana Jones. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was not the best Indiana Jones movie, obviously, but it was still I had a good time with it.
Yeah. The thing is, so let me say this first, all right? So Wish, it did horrible in the box office. Let me tell you that. It only made 49.7 million in the box office as of today, against a budget of 200 million. And my question is, why is this movie 200 million?
I know it's an animated.
This is the biggest problem with modern Disney. And uh I just want to say this year there's only been one hit for Disney. One. And that was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yes.
And that's the only one that has profited. Everything else has been a loss, and that's shocking, even for Disney. Elemental flop,
Elemental, yeah.
Indiana Jones, like we said, the creator, Quantumania, now the Marvels, now Wish. Like
Yeah.
something is going on here, and it's not the best. Like they those and that's not even counting like TV,
TV series,
like
yeah, because Secret
Secret
Invasion.
Invasion flopped.
I know.
Like
And I had pretty high hopes for Secret Invasion
yeah.
too, but yeah, it's just I think the
Mm,
problem is I think Disney they need to just kind of step back a little bit
yeah.
because they have so much content. They drop like 3 or 4 or 5 movies a year,
Uh-huh.
and I think especially with Marvel and some of these anime movies, I think they just need to step back, you know, look again, look around, kind of
Yeah.
reoperate with their products
Mhm.
because it's just I think people again are simply kind of getting a little bit tired of it. And don't get me wrong, I mean Disney, I mean we all grew up around Disney. There's
Yeah.
always that one Disney movie that's special to us. For me personally, it's Toy Story.
Mm.
But
Monsters Inc. for me.
Monsters Inc. for you. That's another good one.
Yeah.
But I feel just when you're just constantly just doing all these films, and then you're knowing because you're just kind of overselling the product,
Yes.
and I think that's the problem that Disney's having. The product is
Mhm.
being oversold too much.
Yeah. And the thing is too, it's not even just being oversold. It's the fact that what are these budgets, man? Indiana
Yeah,
Jones
they're
cost how
they're
much to
high.
make? Wasn't it 300 million
It was a
or something
lot.
like that?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the creator, which was, a lower budget, I believe it's in the 100 million
Mhm.
range. That that's pretty low budget for a movie, that for how it looks and everything, and it looks better than Indiana Jones. It
Yeah.
looks better than Quantumania. Quantumania looks like Spy Kids 3D. That's
Yeah.
how bad
Oh yeah,
these
it kind of
budget
does. Yeah.
yeah, like that's how bad these budgets have been. They're spending all this money, but for what? There
Yeah.
is nothing where it looks like, yeah, this costs 300 million. Like
Mhm.
nothing in those movies that make you say that. Like unless it was like one scene.
Yeah.
It's
One scene.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like and Indiana Jones didn't look bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorry. Like, sorry if I, implied that, but it's 300 million for all that though? Come on, man. Like you guys are overinflating the budget. I don't know if you're trying to get tax write off or something, but like that's just a lot of
It's a lot.
money
Yeah.
and it's not obviously not being used wisely because the products that we have been getting have been garbage. Just
You've
garbage.
seen a big dip in them for the
Yeah.
past almost year and a half.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or not even garbage, just mediocre.
Yeah,
Like
I mean, for sure, like something that like you're hyped about, but then when you see the product, you're like, oh, it
Mhm.
wasn't really as big as I had hoped it would be, or
Yeah.
something like
Like,
that.
that's
Yeah.
how I felt with Indiana Jones. Like,
Indiana
all these
Jones.
stuff has been mediocre or really bad. Like, Quantumania was bad. The creator was good, like I said, but like, yeah.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, I liked it, but it's mediocre if we're being quite honest.
Compared to
Compared to
the
the original
originals.
three. We don't talk about four. Um, Haunted Mansion, bad.
Yeah, Haunted Mansion was really. I actually recently watched it like 2 weeks ago. It was
Mhm.
like, I mean, it was an upgrade, of course, from the 2003 with
That
Eddie
will always have a
Murphy.
special place in my
Yeah.
heart.
It was a little bit of upgrade for that, but in reality though, I found like you had such a big cast in the Haunted Mansion, but just that talented cast wasn't used properly. I kind of felt it a little bit boring, to be honest, the
Yeah.
new Haunted Mansion movie. And yeah, that bombs, like you said too, in
Yeah, it's
theaters. And
just,
yeah.
oh man, like Disney. Disney, 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 Disney. I don't know what's going on over there, but Bob Iger has
Mhm.
said that they will now focus on quality over quantity.
It's good.
Now, do I believe him? I don't know because he's a liar. But maybe he's being legit. I don't know. Because you could say you're gonna go quality over quantity, but like, are you
Yeah,
actually
you have
gonna,
to prove. Yeah, you have to
prove
prove
it?
yourself.
Prove
Yeah,
it.
you have to prove yourself. Yeah,
Don't spend 400 million or whatever on some movie that's gonna flop.
yeah.
Like, and it doesn't need 400 million. Like, why are you just using, I don't know. It's yeah, there's a lot going on there at Disney and it's not looking the best at the moment. I'm not saying like they're gonna like die tomorrow or something, but
Mhm.
like, it's definitely shocking compared to some other companies. Like I think Sony's probably even had more hits than Disney this year.
Yeah.
if I'm correct, because Napoleon's doing really well now. I believe that was Sony. Yeah, it was. Then you had Across the Spider
Yep.
Verse,
That was a big Sony
and
one.
Insidious did well, which was it's a low budget horror movie, but hey, it counts. Man, even Universal probably. I don't know about
Universal.
Universal actually. Actually, no, yeah, because it had Oppenheimer. I'm dumb. Yeah, Warner Bros. They've
Because
had some. Yeah,
Barbie
Barbie.
really helped.
Yeah, the others kind of flopped
How
though.
was I don't know, Evil Dead Rise
Even the Rise did good too.
did good
Yeah,
in the box office?
it
Okay,
was
Evil Dead.
just the DC movies that have done absolute
The
badly
flops, yeah.
so far.
I'm kind of disappointed because Blue Beetle, I feel
Yeah,
like I wish it would have done a lot better than it did at the box office because Blue Beetle is actually like a really good movie.
yeah,
And going into
I'm
it,
sad about that.
yeah, I wasn't really expecting much from it,
Mm,
but it actually proved me wrong, which is a great
yeah,
thing to do for a movie. And yeah,
yeah,
because Blue Beetle,
I
it
really like.
definitely deserves more credit. And then also too, but the problem that factor with Blue Beetle was because it came like right into the strike. It was like
Yeah,
months, like 3 months into the strike, so it was tough to market and promote it. Really,
I think it
I
was
think
1 month into the actor strike. Like
the
it
actor
was, yeah,
strike,
because
yeah,
they
because it
were,
came in, yeah, because Blue Beetle came out in August, and
yeah.
then the actor strike started in July.
He started around the time they were doing the world premieres of Barbie and Oppenheimer
Yes, yes.
because that's when the cast walked off and everything.
Yeah, I know the cast for Oppenheimer. They went to like the press and all took the photos, but they didn't stick
Yeah,
around for the premiere of the film.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm not sure about Barbie. I'm not because I know there was a lot of press and a lot of people at the premiere for it. So I'm
Mhm.
assuming they stuck around for the film, but I'm not sure. But I know the Haunted Mansion. I did the same
Yeah.
thing. They didn't even show up to their premiere. So which is kind of a good thing for them because the movie's not
Yeah.
really that good. Yeah. So yeah,
I'm cold in here. I
yeah.
should have not taken off that hoodie, but it's okay. You guys will see me shiver, and yeah. Um, but yeah, no Disney. I don't know. We'll see what happens next year and the following year. Um, they need to step up on many projects. Captain America, it looks like they're stepping up on that or trying to because apparently it's bad.
The new
Like,
Captain America
yeah,
is coming
the
out.
one hasn't released yet. The rumors has been saying that like it's bad. Like
It's bad.
they're trying to reshoot it and refix. That's why I got delayed to another whole year, which is insane.
Wow. 2025, right? It
Yep.
comes out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean they have a couple of things to look forward to. I mean, I know early next well actually in like 2 months is Echo,
Yeah,
which is going to be like the TVMA Marvel. So that could, change things for them a bit. And then I know in June, I think in the summer, early summer they're going to have Inside Out 2.
I believe so. Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out cuz I really enjoyed the first one and they're adding a new character. Maya Hawke is voicing Anxiety. So,
She's
I
been
mean,
doing a lot
yeah.
lately.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot. She's been doing good.
Yeah.
And so I'll see about that because in a way I kind of am interested in seeing an Inside Out sequel because the first
Yeah.
one is really really good. So
Mhm.
we'll see how that goes. But I mean they have a few projects so far they have two projects that I'm interested in at the
Yeah.
moment, at least at the moment.
Oh yeah. No, we'll see what happens with them. They got interesting projects. I'm excited for Deadpool 3, so
Oh
we'll
yeah,
see.
absolutely. So yeah, three projects, yeah.
Yeah.
And which is good because it was supposed to be done in May, but we're getting it July. So 2 month delay is not too bad.
Does Avatar 3 come out next year or is it the year after?
So it was supposed to come out next December, but they postponed it for another year, so it won't come out till 2025. I know, dude. Avatar is not going to end until like 2032, bro. Like
Bro,
we still got like another
I'm gonna be in my
9 years.
30s.
Oh God, I don't even know I don't even want to say what I'll be in, but yeah, man, it's like Avatar is not going to expect it to end in 2032, and expect it because some of the other movies could get delayed too.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, man.
Man, who knows how this YouTube channel will be by the time that movie comes
Oh
out?
my God.
Like, geez, ooh, my goodness, that's 10 years away.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, yeah.
Nuts.
It's insane. Yeah.
That's absolutely nuts to me. I don't know about that,
Yeah.
Chief. But anyways, let's move on. Yeah, that's enough for Disney today. I'm cold again. But yeah, let's take a little bit of a break so I can get a hoodie on.
Go to our
Yeah, so
sponsors.
we're gonna go to our sponsors very quickly.
About you, confident about you, and it's not fair. Why did always always have to be about you. Always be about you. It's always been about you.
Stream Heaven on Earth on December 14th. Available on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, and more.
And that was our sponsor. Check out Heaven on Earth. It comes out next week. It'll be on Spotify, YouTube, and more.
Nice.
So yeah, shout out Bayani. He has contributed his music to us for our show, A Conversation with No One. So that's on Spotify and YouTube and everywhere you listen to music at the moment. So be sure to check out his song there. But yeah, he has a full album coming out next week. So yeah, again, check it out. Anyways, I'm back. We're back. I got my hoodie. Very, very oversized hoodie, but it keeps me warm. So let's get on with the news. Yeah, so last week, this is a week old, but we're just gonna say it now because last week after the podcast ended, this news came out.
It just broke out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Again, it's the second time this has happened to us, and it made me sad. But anyways, Superman Legacy news. Skylar Gizondo. I want to say that's how you say his last name. He has been cast as Jimmy Olsen for Superman Legacy. He's a very, very good actor. I liked him in The Righteous Gemstones. He played what's his name? The Gemstones son. I forgot the name of Danny McBride's character in that show. But I remember watching season 1 a while back and he was pretty good. So I'm looking forward to, seeing Jimmy Olsen back on the big screen.
Nice.
Not as an CIA agent that got murdered in the director's cut of Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
Zack Snyder, you suck for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. The cast has been really good for this movie. I'm excited.
It's coming together pretty well. I'm excited. And Superman, growing up, Superman wasn't really like one of my favorite superheroes. I mean, I like him, but
yeah,
I am definitely excited for the Superman film because growing up, basically, what you kind of more into like Batman and things like that. I mean, I'm sure there's some people who are Superman fans, but this one definitely looks really good. And I feel like the past Superman movies that we've got lately, over the past, like, what was it? It's been like 10 years now.
Yeah.
So they've been okay, but
10 years exactly.
Yeah, 10 years exactly. Yeah, because Man of Steel came out 2013. Wow.
Yeah.
Time's crazy. But
and the last time he was like a main character in the film was Batman versus Superman in 2016. Because I would say Justice League, but he really wasn't like there till the end.
Yeah, it was just he came in at the end.
Yeah, so like where he was the main character, I would say it was Batman versus Superman. So it's been since 2016 since we've seen like Smallville as the main setting.
Yeah,
Smallville. Why am I saying Smallville? What's it called? Metropolis.
Metropolis. Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
See Small.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a lot of faith in it. I think James Gunn has some cool ideas, cool things, and he's putting together a really well cast.
Yeah.
For sorry, I was about to say Spider-Man. Superman Legacy. So yeah, I'm all about it. I can't wait to see what he comes up with the DCU. It's looking in good shape.
Yeah, and I'm a huge Superman fan. He's my second favorite superhero after Spider-Man.
Nice.
So I'm very much looking forward to this movie. I feel like Superman, he hasn't gotten too much love in the last decade.
I feel like, do you watch Superman and Lois, the show?
I have to start it. I have to start. But I've seen My Adventures with Superman.
Okay, because I heard good things about Superman and Lois. I heard it's a good series. Good. And then I take you watched Smallville growing up?
Yes.
Yeah, they actually had the people from Smallville at Rhode Island Comic Con. I didn't meet them because I didn't really watch Smallville growing up, but they had the cast there. Man. Yeah, they had the cast there. So yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm a huge Superman fan. I always have been since I was a kid, and I even had like a Superman piggy bank and all stuff.
Sick,
sick.
Like
there's always Spider-Man and Superman, and Batman too, but not as much as those two.
Yeah.
Something about Superman, just how genuine he is as a
Superman
as a person. That's what I love in the big screen. Something like Christopher Reeve.
I know he did a fantastic job. I mean, for Superman, and hopefully this could kind of in way feel similar to the 70s, the late 70s Superman, because those were classics. The one with Christopher Reeve, the 1978 one.
Yeah,
that's a great Superman movie.
It's a really, really good movie, and I want something similar to that.
Yeah, with the late 70s, Christopher Reeve style.
None of this, let's make this dark. and gritty.
I feel like the dark and gritty stuff works, but only with Batman.
Yeah.
Because Batman, you have all these crazy villains. With Superman, you could keep it a little bit lighter because you still have bad guys, but they're not like.
Because Man of Steel was, I like it, but it's really dark, dude. Like,
it's a little. It takes a little bit of a darker, turn.
It's like
and
what they tried to do with Arrow too. How Arrow was dark and gritty, and it worked well enough actually, but it also didn't escape those comparisons that this is just a Batman show with Green Arrow
with green instead of Batman.
Yeah, because you have Ra's al Ghul in there too.
Oh yes, that's true. Yeah,
and it's just like man, this is a Batman show. It's just you have Green Arrow instead of Batman. Like. Yeah, I couldn't defeat those rumors.
Yeah, I feel like with certain superheroes, they could work in darker tones. So, like you said, Batman and Arrow. But then with other superheroes, like for example, the Flash, or with Superman, they have to be 10 a little bit lighter. I mean, sometimes they might be in like dark situations because I know Zoom, he was put kind of like crazy looking guy.
Yeah, you could have one where it gets a little dark, but not like Batman dark.
Where Batman is just like everything is like. In the recent one, the Riddler, he's like almost like a serial because it reminded me of Seven. Like it in a way reminded me of Seven, but in Gotham.
And Jigsaw too.
Jigsaw too, yeah.
Just the whole Saw franchise because he was like it was like a good mix of both. For like Riddler was like he had some of the things from Seven, but also he had a little bit of Jigsaw in him where he was putting these people in traps.
Yeah, he was putting them in traps. Yeah,
there was the bomb trap, and they had to figure that out in time. And he put someone in a rat trap. Like that was very, very John Kramer, dude. Like,
that was
very, very like it was pretty much almost just like Saw. It's just you have some elements as Kevin Spacey's character in Seven.
So yeah, they're crazy.
So it's it was a cool villain there, but it works there. I don't think it'd work in a Superman movie though, because he's just not that type of hero.
Yeah, he's not that type of guy, and he's disguised, Clark Kent, so he's kind of like, the newspaper guy wears the glasses, the hat, and I can't really see too much darkness in a run. I mean, I could see like maybe slightly dark scenarios, but just having like a whole full like dark Superman film, I just feel like wouldn't work for me personally. It's supposed to has that little bit lighter, family, uplifting tone. Fun. Good for the whole family.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That's what I like. That's my Superman there, man. You know? I like I said, I like Man of Steel, but too dark. Dark. Even it was shot like a Batman movie. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
like, it was dark and gritty and a lot of stuff. It's just give me lighthearted, give me colors and all this stuff. And
because if you look at the Superman from the 70s, it's very lighthearted, very family friendly.
Even the suit was like really colorful.
Yeah, the suit was colorful too. Yeah, it was like kind of bold, like color pop. And then it's tough because if you look at the Man of Steel, it's darker. Like the blue and red doesn't really pop out. It's kind of like grayish in a way. Yeah, so I could totally see that.
Yeah, but that's how Zack Snyder films all his movies, pretty much.
Yeah, his films tend to be typically dark and gritty.
Yeah, I just don't think he was not the right choice. I love Christopher Nolan, but he recommended the wrong choice. I don't think he gets Superman. He doesn't get Batman either.
Christopher Nolan?
No, Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder?
Yeah, no. Me saying Christopher Nolan doesn't get Batman would be crazy. But,
I mean, Christopher Nolan, he definitely did a great job with the Dark Knight trilogy,
Because you have to at least get Batman in some way to do what he did with the Dark Knight trilogy, because, like, it might have been, he might have gone with the realistic tone instead of, like, the goofy comic book character tone, but, like, you have to get Batman in some way, and he got Batman.
Yeah. He obviously did a great job with getting that character.
Jimmy Olsen, pretty good stuff here.
Nice, good casting.
I really like to see Jimmy Olsen again. I wonder who's going to be Perry White. Like, I want to see the whole cast and crew for this. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. We'll see. Give me kind of what like my adventures with Superman is like. Where you have that whole trio of Clark, Jimmy and Lois, and they're all really cool. Like, it's such a well written show. Give me something
well
like
put together.
That.
Lighthearted, absolutely.
Like, it's. We'll see. James Gunn, I don't think he's going to disappoint.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to him taking over the DCU.
Mhm.
I think it's a good transition.
Yep.
I mean, I know the past 10 years for DC, you have a lot of hit and misses.
Yeah.
Mainly misses, but I think that he can get them back on the target. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. But with that said, let's get to the next news. So yesterday, and I will post pictures in here for you guys that are watching at home. we got our first look at the new Fallout TV show from Amazon. I don't know if you saw the images, Javi, but I saw them and it looks pretty surprisingly good so far.
For Fallout, yeah, I haven't seen it, but yeah, it looks like they're developing a new show.
Yeah,
Nice.
they've there's a cast for it and everything. It's Walton Goggins.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
let me pull up the cast, but yeah, it looked really good. The images, like I'm impressed so far by it. Uh, it looks it looks good. Now will the show be good? I hope so, because it's especially with video game adaptations.
Mhm.
I like Fallout a lot, and I really enjoyed the games. I just hope they get it right
Get it right.
because
Yeah.
that's the thing with video game adaptations. They don't get it right most of the time. There have been some exceptions to the rule, of course, like Detective Pikachu and some other stuff too. Like especially like the animes like Castlevania and which I haven't watched, but I heard is really good. Like there's been some stuff that have and Sonic the Hedgehog. That's what I was
Oh,
thinking of.
nice, nice.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and 2, they did a good job with those.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Um,
Yeah, because I know they had issue. I remember with the
yeah.
issue with Sonic. Yeah, and they redid it, but they did a good job though.
Yeah, like it's oh, it's right here. I'm dumb. So, okay, the writers, I forgot to mention that Jonathan Nolan, speaking of Nolan, that
No.
and Lisa Joy, they both wrote Westworld. So there's potential here. I know those last two seasons of Westworld fell off. So that's why I'm still coming in with a little bit of caution, but
Mhm.
if Lisa Joy and Christopher Nolan can do, if they can get like like the quality that they had for Westworld
Yeah.
season 1 and 2, then we're in for a great show here. That's Ella Purnell and Kyle MacLachlan from Twin Peaks.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good stuff. So yeah, it looks like you have a good cast. And then Ellen Purnell, she was in Army of the Dead, right?
I believe so. Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
if I remember correctly, she
Is
wasn't
that?
a. Sh
Yep, she
Yeah,
was.
she
Yep.
was. And she's in Star Trek Prodigy and Yellow Jackets. But yeah, Walton Goggins and Kyle MacLachlan, you got me there.
Walton Goggins. Yeah,
I
he's
love those
good.
guys.
He was in Django and like the Hateful Eight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's that noise?
Oh yeah, I just heard that people. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, no, like yeah, Kyle MacLachlan, I'm excited to see
Oh
because
yeah,
I
he's in a
love
lot of
that.
crazy stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in a lot. He
Twin
worked a lot with David Lynch and Twin Peaks. All of that
Twin
crazy
Peaks is crazy,
Twin Peaks. Yeah.
absolutely
And
crazy.
then he did like Blue. I don't know if you've seen David Lynch films, but he did Blue Velvet,
Yeah,
and which is crazy. And then he was also in The Doors too. He played Raymond Daniel Manzarek in The
yeah.
Doors. So he's been a lot of good stuff. And then he was in
Mhm.
the atrociously bad Showgirls movie. So yeah,
Uh,
yeah. But
I forgot about that, and they
yeah.
had like that awful sex scene too.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
Showgirls is oh god,
it's
it's something else.
it's a movie.
Yeah.
It's certainly a movie, but yeah. So this is looking a little bit promising. I could show you the images here. Riley. Shout out Riley Quigley, good friend of mine.
Hey Riley.
I meant to say hobby. But yeah, this is how it looks like so far. It looks like that they have pretty comic accurate costumes. The setting's pretty cool. They got the robots and everything, or not the robots, the suits. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, it's looking promising. It's looking pretty promising. I'm excited. That's Walton Goggins' character there. He's a
So yes,
cool.
I did see. I saw an image of this.
Yeah,
Okay, so I did see an image of him. Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
It's looking good. It's looking good. Like I said, it looks good. Will it be good in quality? We'll see.
Wait,
There's a
check it
lot.
out. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of, stuff there.
stuff going
As I
into
get recommended from YouTube, why everyone hates XQC.
it. Well, Walton
And that-
Goggins looks crazy there, bro.
yeah.
Damn. Wow.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what turns out though.
See how it turns
Got
out.
a got a decent cast.
Yeah. And to XQC, you will not watch this video, but I'm sorry everyone hates you. I don't really know much about you, pal. um apparently like steals content or something like that. I don't know.
Oh damn.
I
No
don't know.
bueno.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah. But this is not the YouTube drama podcast. This is the real rap podcast. So I'll stick to
Real
I'll stick
rap
to
where
real.
you get the realest.
Yeah. I could make a YouTube drama podcast eventually, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that's it for Fallout. Up next, The Black Phone is getting a sequel. It got announced today.
Okay.
Ethan Hawke and the rest of the cast are expected to return. Scott Derrickson will return to direct.
Okay.
I like the first movie.
First movie, I saw it last year around Halloween at the time when I had Peacock. I thought it was okay. I was a little mixed on it.
Oh.
Not a bad movie, but I just wasn't a little bit mixed on it. But yeah, we'll definitely see how it turns out. I mean, in a way, too, it kind of did. There are some similarities to like it in a way.
Yeah.
Like a little tad similarities here, but that's good though that it's getting a sequel and it was Universal, right?
Yes.
Universal.
And
Okay.
Blumhouse.
Blumhouse. Oh yeah, okay. So Blumhouse, yeah, Blumhouse has been doing pretty well. I mean, with the success from Get Out, I think Blumhouse has really been crushing it because they've been doing a lot of like crazy stuff, and then
it lets them get in like like Halloween and
The
Exorcist, which
The Exorcist.
we don't talk about those. But I'll try to avoid once to not rant about The Exorcist Believer. Don't worry. And Halloween Kills and Ends. We don't. I'll try.
They're coming out with a new one too, I think, but it doesn't come out till March of next year. Called Imaginary Friend. Have you heard about that?
I've heard about it.
Yeah, in a way, it's kind of like Chucky meets Megan. In a way, she has it's like she has like a stuffed teddy bear.
Okay,
but it's like kind of does like crazy things and tells her to do this to-do list, and it's like some of it is like crazy bad stuff.
It's not like either of those guys. It's like Ted.
Yeah, it's not like it's a teddy bear, but it's not like. Speaking of Ted,
that
too,
got a trailer too.
Yeah. Speaking of Ted, did you hear that there's going to be a series on that too on Peacock too? So of course they're not going to have Mark Wahlberg on there because it's going to be a series.
He's executive producer, I believe.
He's executive producer, but yeah.
But yeah, no, The Black Phone was something I liked.
You liked it?
I don't know what they would do for a sequel.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I mean, I figured like what they would do with the sequel.
Especially with the same cast too. I'm interested. Like even the kid.
The kid, unless if it's possibly like again kind of going back to it, if it's like years later, or something like that. But then, could be. I'm not. I
don't know. The kids would be older by now.
Older because it takes place because Black Phone took place in the 70s. It took place during the 70s, right? I believe
so. Yes.
Yeah, it took place I think around the 70s.
Yeah, it might have been the 70s. Someone's singing in the background. I don't know why, but we got singing in the background. 1978. Yeah,
1978.
I want to check the exact year, but
yeah, because I know they had a couple of references to like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and stuff that came out in that around that era. So yeah.
So yeah, Hawk, Thames, McGraw, Davies, and Moore would all reprise their roles. Everyone's returning. And it's gonna come out on June 27th, 2025. So that would be,
another year
away.
A year and a half away. Wow.
Which, I'm sorry, Javi, but we're almost at 2025, which is crazy. So we're getting older, pal.
That's insane, man. It was like literally just like 2015. Like how can it be 2025 is around the corner? That doesn't make any sense.
We're both going to be ARP members soon.
I feel like as the years go on, like these numbers, they just don't make any sense to me. Like 2040 doesn't make like
yesterday wasn't 2016.
It doesn't sound like a year. 2040. That doesn't sound like a year. That sounds like a year in like a futuristic movie, but that doesn't sound like a modern year or 2050. It's insane, man.
Oh yeah, but no, I'm excited for this movie. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely give it a watch. I mean, the first one, it's not. I think the first one I rated on my Letterboxd, I give it like a 3 out of 5.
Yeah,
there was some stuff that I liked about it, but then there was some stuff that I just wasn't super into. But I'm definitely willing to give the second one a shot. Though. I mean, if I give a movie a 3 or higher, that's 3 or higher is technically a positive for me.
Yeah,
it's my lowest positive, but it's still like a positive, and it's a movie that is worth revisiting, occasionally, once in a blue moon.
But yeah, that's it for the Black the Black Phone news. Up next, speaking of Universal and Blumhouse, they also announced another movie in the works, Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Oh wow, this got a sequel?
Yeah, it's getting a sequel. With Emma Tammy returning as director. So that's another one from Universal and Blumhouse.
Didn't it not do good though? The Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, it did fantastic.
Oh, box office wise, but critic wise,
reviews wise, it did terrible.
Trash. But
let's be honest, the reviews. If you're making bank,
they don't care about that.
matter. Yeah,
no, because I knew that It was a theater release and a Peacock release. So wow, I guess it did good. Did you see it in theaters or you saw it at
I saw
Peacock?
it on Peacock.
Oh,
I'm
you saw it
like,
on
you know, I'm
Peacock.
like, why
Yeah.
would I go to the theater when I could just
Yeah,
watch it at
watch
home?
on
I
Peacock.
love the theaters, but like if you know,
Certain
like,
movies, if they're streaming and you have the service, yeah, it makes sense to.
and respectfully, you know, like if this was Oppenheimer, I'd go watch it in the movies.
Mhm.
If I'm Nets and Freddy's, I don't care enough to go watch
Go
it.
out in
Like
theaters, yeah.
I'm like, oh, whatever, you know, like, but like if it was like Oppenheimer and it had the same like system here where it's like theater and Peacock, I'd pick theater because
Theater.
you know, yeah, and then I'll rewatch it on Peacock
Yeah,
the day
that's a good
after.
thing. Yeah.
You know, because it made 296.2 million in the box office
Oh wow.
against a 20 million one.
Oh, so they really, yeah. Then they
Yeah,
definitely did really
and it
good.
did really good on Peacock too. So I imagine that because of this, I don't think the next one will be on Peacock. I feel like it will
It'll
be.
probably do a
Yeah,
theatrical release because I
it's more
wonder.
money on the table.
So I wonder how Halloween, because Halloween Kills, they had that theatrically in Peacock,
Yeah,
and then I don't know how it did in the box office. I think it did
it
decent.
did well.
It
Yeah.
did well because they had Halloween Ends also in theaters and on
Yeah.
Peacock. So since I didn't like Kills, I saw Kills in theaters,
Yeah,
but since I didn't like Kills, I wasn't sure how I'd feel about Ends, and then I saw the
Mhm.
early review, so I ended up seeing Ends just at Peacock on home.
yeah,
So we'll see how it goes, but yeah, I mean, most likely if it did successful like that and they have a target audience, then yeah, and then this is from Universal,
yes.
they probably will do just
well.
only a theatrical release.
Yeah.
Yeah, most
The
likely.
thing about these movies too, it's like it's impossible for them to bomb. Like especially with Five Nights and Freddy's, one with a 20 million budget. That's you know when they're doing low budget movies, like
Yeah, it makes it, yeah.
the marketing too. Like you know, it's I don't see it really being like 100 million or lower. Like these movies make a there's a reason why Blumhouse, you know, as a company is so successful, and it's because they have these very low budgets. You know, they spend a lot on marketing,
Yeah.
and it makes a profit because the budget's just so low that
Yeah.
you know it's just like well
They don't have
Yeah.
that much to lose, you know.
yeah they have nothing to lose. Like
Yeah.
it's just a money pit.
Money pit. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so we'll see how that goes. I saw the movie and it was alright. Like, you know, like I didn't care for it that much. Like it
Wasn't
was
that?
just it
Yeah.
was like it wasn't anything special.
Did you grow
but
up playing the game?
I played the game when I was a kid.
You
Yeah,
were
I
a
went
kid?
in 7th grade, 2014. I played it.
Yeah, because
But
I was like a
Yeah.
senior that year in high school, and I had heard about it, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I never really got on board with the game
Yeah.
or anything about it.
But like I was never like a diehard fan.
Diehard
Diehard
fan.
fans will like it more than you know,
That
us
makes
casuals.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, it was all right. So we'll see. I don't know if the whole cast will return. I hope so though, because I love Matthew Lillard. He was someone that was really good. in
Yeah,
that
I was
movie.
surprised. I haven't seen him in years. Like
Yeah.
he was really big in like the late '90s and early 2000s. I mean, with
Yeah,
he was in Scream, and then he was in Scooby Doo. He was
Uh-huh.
Shaggy.
he's been
So,
in Scooby Doo lately too. He's been Shaggy's voice for the
oh,
last
he's been doing the voice.
yeah for
Okay.
the last like 10 years.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember him from the live action Scooby Doo. You know, Scooby Doo 1 and Scooby Doo 2, and
Mm.
yeah, and then he was in a lot of stuff too in the '90s, like
Yeah.
Scream, Salt Lake City Punk. So he was in a couple of
Yeah.
stuff.
As you know, like sadly, like in Velma and Scoob, they didn't cast him either because you know went different directions there, which sucks.
Oh
because, you
yes,
know,
I remember the ones on
Yeah.
Max, right? Velma and
Yeah.
Scoob. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I respectfully that movie sucks. That show sucks. But
Scoob. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't hear good reviews about either of those when they
Yeah.
came out. Yeah,
I wasn't a fan of
a lot
either.
of people were upset too about Velma too.
Yeah,
Like, I
they're-
think
yeah.
they criticized it or
It's just not a
something.
good show.
It's not a good
It's
show.
really not a good
Did it
show.
get canceled or does it have?
I think it might have a second season.
Oh, it might have a
but,
second
you
season.
know, because of contract reasons. But I wish it didn't. It just wasn't. It wasn't really funny. You know, like there's just a lot with it that I'm just like.
That just
I'm
didn't
glad
really hit
Scooby
its
Doo
mark.
wasn't in the show.
Scooby Doo wasn't in the show.
You know, like it's because like I won't lie, and for the show, I see the potential in it. There's potential for a like adult oriented Scooby Doo show.
Yeah.
I think there is. You know, something that's like a little bit of satire and everything, you know, and Scooby Doo 1, the one written by James Gunn,
Yeah.
the one like that was pretty much a satire of the whole movie. And like I said, that concept could work. It has a lot of potential.
And you know that they actually have, and James Gunn has confirmed this, they have a secret R-rated cut of the
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo. And I'm like dying to see it, but it's like nowhere to be found. And
Oh no.
hopefully they could stream it at some point because I would really like to see that R-rated cut of Scooby-Doo just to see like how
Yeah.
it looks like, because in a way you're right, it does. The live action ones are kind of like a spoof on it in a
Yeah.
way, and I'm just like dying to see that R-rated cut of Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
an R-rated Scooby-Doo,
Mhm.
like
Oh yeah, it'd be cool.
yeah.
But yeah, well that said, that's it for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 news. One thing I want to mention that's also Universal related.
Mhm.
So 2 or 3 days ago, this is like something that was even in our news, but I thought it's something cool I'd mention.
Mhm.
In 1995, this small company started up by Jeffrey Kattensberg.
Mhm.
You know, they animated a thing, short and not short, but like some test footage.
Mhm.
And for years and years this was lost test footage and everything. It was just for some random movie called Shrek, no one
Oh,
really cared
Shrek.
about that
Yeah,
movie, but
Shrek.
yeah, no, but on a serious note, yeah, so all these years there's been this leaked test footage from 1995 where this was like when Shrek was early on in development. They had a whole different thing where everything looks totally different. Even Shrek looks different. He's
Mhm.
way uglier, not really appealing. Um, like he is ugly a lot. Like he just looks totally different.
Mhm.
I'll show you in a few, but like it is yeah, it's way different looking Shrek. And basically, there's been a clip of it online, but it wasn't like, it didn't have sound or like, it was like more chopped up and
More
everything.
chopped
Like,
up.
it wasn't the full thing. But 3 days ago, that I took forever getting to the point. 3 days ago, some guy is just like, oh yeah, I worked on that, and yeah, I didn't, like here it is. Yeah, I kind of, and I'm just like, man, wow, that's amazing. And I'll put some footage here too. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. But yeah, some James Brown in it and
Oh,
everything. It's
nice,
like
nice.
some guy. I guess he's trying to attack Shrek, and yeah, Shrek just like pulls him and throws him in the air and everything. And yeah,
Was this the one voiced by Chris Farley? Because I
it
know,
was originally supposed to be voiced by Chris
yeah,
Farley.
because I know
Yes.
he was originally. Because I know they had a few sketches and a few voice samples of Chris
Yeah.
Farley reading the lines from Shrek.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll pull it up again, guys. But look at this.
Oh God,
Yeah, that's that's the original Shrek.
that's what the original Shrek's gonna look
Yeah.
like. Jeez.
But it's crazy that someone like, like just pulled it up with the full sound and everything, voices, all this stuff. Like it's really, really cool. I always love seeing stuff like that. It's like the one with Jimmy Neutron. I forgot the original name for it, but it's like cool seeing stuff,
Nice.
early on in development, seeing how, it's evolved. And the last thing I will say about it is that I'm glad when they went with the Shrek design that they did,
Yeah, it looks a
because
little bit more. Yeah, it
yeah,
looks more better, and yeah, because that Shrek. Yeah,
that's a horrifying Shrek,
that
dude.
would give kids
I would have
nightmares.
cried if I saw that
Shrek,
type of
because
Shrek.
that Shrek. Yeah, because it came out in 2001.
Yes.
So I remember seeing it in theaters. Actually, I was a kid. I was 5.
Yeah.
So I saw it at the Elm Theater
Yeah.
when I was a kid, and yeah, it's just one of those again iconic
Yeah.
animated films.
I
Which
feel
are
like
most
also he looks way more intimidating and, like because of his size
his
and
size.
everything.
Yeah.
Because, like if I saw like that Shrek, the
Mhm.
Shrek, like, oh, everyone's afraid of this guy. No, you're
Yeah.
not. Like, yeah, his face is horrifying, but like, no, you're not. He's just like this. I don't know. He doesn't look like the strong
The
ogre thing
strong
you're
ogre
used to.
type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was cool to see. They went with the right choice and everything. It's a little weird because he's walking through a town with no one. Like
Oh,
it's kind of
really?
creepy. But it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool. But yeah, with that said, the last news of the day, Nosferatu is set for a Christmas Day release date.
Yes. And did you see they had a still? Did you see
Yes.
the still of Louisville
Yeah, we
still?
talked
Yeah.
about. I think we talked about 2 episodes ago, I believe.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, no, it's cool. I'm excited.
And it comes
Great
out
cast.
next, not this year's, but next
Yeah,
Christmas.
next year's Christmas
20
2024,
Wow. Okay.
exactly on Christmas Day.
Okay.
That's interesting. I thought it'd be a Halloween release.
Yeah, I feel like it should be a Halloween release because when you
Yeah.
think of vampires and Nosferatu, that's October.
Yeah.
So it's strange because it's funny because actually Scream was released around the holidays as well. Scream was released in December.
Yes.
The first 2 films were released in December.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, but yeah, I mean a Christmas release. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I mean, typically there are some families who do like to go out to the movies on Christmas and check out some flicks. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I feel like they're thinking this is going to be an Oscar contender and everything.
Oscar contender.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, because because last year was the 100th anniversary of Nosferatu, because it came out in 1922. So so wow, it's old flick.
Yeah.
100 years old, but it's crazy.
But yeah. Sorry, I just had to say something.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Just because there's a lot of noise in the background, want to picture. But yeah, also because I want to add something to our notes here. It's looking like they think it might be an Oscar contender, like I said.
That's good, yeah.
And it could be. They have a great cast, a great director in Robert Eggers, and yeah. I don't know, I'm excited. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
Have you seen the original Nosferatu? From the 20s?
No, I don't think. I don't. Like I said, the only thing I really knew
is from SpongeBob.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the full movie in length, the original Nosferatu, but I have seen clips, little clips here and there from it. It's a silent film, obviously, because it came out in the early 20s. But yeah, it's basically him, and he's visiting him at his place, and so there's a lot of captions and words, but at the time though, for its makeup, they had some pretty decent makeup back then. He's a pretty scary looking guy, a scary looking vampire, so but we'll see how it goes. Like you mentioned, has a good cast, and could possibly be an Oscar contender, so
no, I'm excited. I'll be watching theaters for sure.
Nice.
But yeah. Anyways, that's it for entertainment news. Up next, we got what's coming out this week, our usual segment, and there's a lot coming out this week. Not really a lot, but there's some stuff. We'll start from bottom to top here.
Bottom top, okay.
So there's Candy Cane Lane from Amazon, stars Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, yep.
Yeah. On the poster, he still looks very AI. It's kind of creepy to me.
Murphy.
I don't know why he looks so AI, but he does. But yeah, that's coming out. Don't really know too much about the movie, but
I saw the trailer. Yeah, he wants it to be the best Christmas ever with his family.
Yeah,
and then I think he gets Christmas wishes or something like that. So
yeah,
we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's an Amazon movie. Yeah. So yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
And then what I'm excited for next is Silent Night from Lionsgate. Nice. That trailer looks really good.
It's funny because it's an action movie, and last year we got Violent Night. So this year we got Silent Night.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like some people might be confused by that eventually.
Get them mixed up, yeah.
But it's it's gotten good reviews so far.
Yeah, I did.
It's at a 71%.
Okay, nice.
Which is it's good. And there was some people here that I'm very excited to see. John Woo as a director. That's always good. Joel Kinnaman is the main actor. And that you got Scott Mescudi, who most people know him as Kid Cudi. Yeah,
nice.
Who I love. That guy is one of my favorite rappers. Just a great dude. It's interesting to see him in acting these days, especially since he was an X.
Yeah, he was pretty good in there. Yeah. And then he did a little bit of acting.
Intergalactic. His last album had a movie too.
Yeah, and he did a little bit of stuff I think in the early 2010s, because he had a show they did on HBO called How to Make It in America.
Yeah,
it only lasted 2 seasons, but he did some acting in there. So yeah, he's good. Good to see him there. I thought he was good. I thought he was pretty good in X. So looking forward to see him in Violent Night.
Yeah. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to that movie. It's gonna be cool. Barely any dialogue. I think it was no dialogue actually.
Oh wow, really?
Or just very little. There's
very little.
Because you can see in the trailer also there's some police on the intercom and everything.
Yeah.
So I think that's might be, from what I heard, that might be as much as we get. So it's an interesting concept. I look forward to it. Just music and everything setting up the tension. So that's cool. Those type of movies, I always get hyped for.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. Good action-packed movie for the holidays.
Yes.
Nice.
Last but not least, one that I'm also excited for, from Toho, Godzilla -1,
which has very good reviews. Yeah. I think it's currently at 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. So wow.
I saw that will be in my AMC theaters, so that will be a watch for me.
Nice.
I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And then we got a poster for Godzilla vs Kong 2, which is coming out in what's it called? May.
In May?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think it was
good stuff.
April or May, somewhere around that time.
Around the
But
spring.
I'm looking forward to that too. Lots of Godzilla content in these next 6 months.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
good.
So, and
Yeah.
you have the sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
You have the TV show too.
Oh, they're making a TV show? I didn't know.
No, the Apple one right now.
For Godzilla?
Yeah, that's in the MonsterVerse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No. Yeah.
The
Godzilla
one
with
of the one of what's his face, Kurt Russell, and
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I've seen the trailer. Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot. Yeah.
so that's very exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'll be watching. And yeah, if you guys are watching, let us know in the comments. It's always cool to see those type of I see a lot of American films, but I never really see. I feel like I want to see more like Japanese films. And everything,
Japanese. I've seen very few, but the few that I've seen are pretty good. Like foreign films
Yeah.
from either Japan or China. Films like, of course, Parasite.
I saw Parasite. Yeah.
Or what else? Old Boy.
I've seen Old Boy.
What else? I mean, they definitely they've been coming up, especially with a lot of Asian films too.
Yeah.
They're making a lot of great Asian films.
Yeah.
Foreign films. I mean, foreign films are always great, whether they're Spanish, Asian. I mean, sometimes they come out with really great stories.
Yeah. I saw The Devil. It was really good too.
Oh yes, that's a Korean film, right?
Yeah, it's a
Korean.
messed up movie.
Oh,
It's a messed up
jeez.
movie.
Oh,
If you
jeez.
know, you know. But yeah, that's it for what's coming out this week. Javi, you have
Nice.
any other stuff?
Not at the moment, not that I know of. I mean, I do hopefully plan on seeing Napoleon
Yes.
at some point, and I actually would like to see Dream Scenario.
That's another one.
I actually would like to see that because I heard a lot of good stuff about it. I'm a Nick Cage fan, so it looks like an interesting film, and for Nick Cage to be it, and let's see if he can go full Cage. But yeah, it definitely looks like a fun, weird movie, but not like creepy weird, but like different weird.
Yeah.
Sort of like if you've ever seen the film Being John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that kind of weird,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
We'll see how
Yeah.
it goes there. But yeah, I guess if that's it from both of us, this was a pretty short episode.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that said, guys, thank you again for watching the Real Rap Podcast. I was gonna say something else too. What am I gonna say? Oh yeah, subscriber count right now is great, and I want to thank you guys for again, being at 100. We just keep growing.
Yeah.
and
Keep it up.
everything.
Keep
So,
it up. We love the support.
yeah, it's always really good to see, that type of stuff.
Absolutely.
We've only been here for 2 months
2 months,
exactly,
yeah.
and to see that we've gotten that much subscribers is just,
It's
awesome.
amazing. It's amazing.
It's really awesome. Our goal is 500, of course. That's where we get to start having stuff. We'll see what we do then, and yeah, I don't know. It's like really cool, man. It's really, really
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah, and we thank you guys so much because it helps. We love sharing our thoughts on the entertainment with you guys. It helps us grow, and we just enjoy sharing the videos and sharing our thoughts with you guys.
Yeah.
And we thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, it's just, oh man, thank you guys a lot. Really, thank you. We're very grateful. But with that said, this is it from both of us, from me and Javi. Till next week.
So next week.
Yeah, thank you for watching or listening to the Real Rap Podcast. Sorry to Spotify listeners for being really bad at uploading the episodes, but I should be caught up by this point. So yeah, thank you guys again. We'll see you guys next week, and check out his review of The Killer and The Hunger Games. I'll be putting those videos at the end of our podcast. So yeah,
Sweet.
Check it out, and we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week. Thanks, guys.
No one ever cared what you said, but to say that means never listening to what mom say. Always had a dream of living at my mom's place. Always hesitate when it came to putting on the wrong face. When it came to putting it on face. When it came to building up a better being, but a better being. Never been in the back of your thoughts. Never ever thought you'd ever see them, but I bet that you were heated, but you scream in the back of your thoughts. Nightmares and dreams in the back of your thoughts. Life with a meaning.